Hey everyone, it's me, Max Rainbow, and guess what we're bringing back? Toot or Boot. Alright, so obviously a lot of you guys have found my channel through my Toot or Boot series. That's probably like my most popular series that I've done. I know I was like slacking for like the last couple of seasons of Drag Race. However, I really want to bring it back. I'm trying to revive my YouTube channel, and with that I want to bring back my Toot or Boots because I know y'all love them. Whether or not people love to hate on me for calling them Toot or Boot, it really doesn't matter about what the title is. We're just here to have fun and talk about outfits and share our opinions, so like, chill out. So, I'm sitting here in this makeup wanting to film another video, and I'm like, what should I film? Well, I've got my creepy clown makeup on, so why not Toot or Boot the looks from Dragula Season 1. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be putting out Toot or Boot episodes for Season 1 of Dragula, and if you guys like that, I can always do Season 2, and then I'll start working on the seasons that I missed of Drag Race, and then, you know, if we still want to do this, we can do like all past seasons too, but just let me know. Maybe you guys hate this series and you don't want it to come back, and if that's the case, let me know. I can't guarantee I won't do them, but... So, we are on episode 1 of Dragula, season 1. This is like the real first moment when we watched the season and when Dragula started, and it's like now become this big thing and we love it. But this is the first episode, right? These girls did not know what they were getting themselves into, and from watching the first episode after watching season 1 and season 2, it is so much more tame than the newest season. So like, it's very interesting to see how far they've come, but also more production in the second season. So the first challenge was to design a Wicked Witch look. This is my first time seeing these looks since I watched the season when it was coming out. So this is still a little bit fresh for me. I couldn't tell you what anybody's looks look like. So without further ado, let's get into tooting and booting some looks. Alright, so first up is Vander Von Odd. Here's the thing about Vander. Vander is that queen that serves looks. No matter what. It's always polished, it's always put together, it's always a fully realized look. This look is really good. I don't know what I want when I see a witch, because obviously when we think witch, we think, you know, the witch hat, broom, and like a black dress. That's what I think of when I think of a witch, and I think she did a really good job of interpreting witch in her own way. I'm not sure if when I look at this, it immediately reads witch. Like, I don't look at this and think, that's a witch. But I'm also like thinking in my head, like, unless it's like the obvious sort of witch tropes, it's like, I'm not really sure what I would need to like make me realize that. I love all the elements of it. The whole outfit is sort of grayscale, black dress and like, you know, gray hair. It looks like she has a broom as well, so that kind of ties in everything into the whole witch theme. It's like witch but make it fashion, but it's still creepy at the same time, you know what I mean? Her makeup looks like she's been chilling in her cabin, and maybe she's dead, maybe she's just hasn't eaten in a while and hasn't gotten any sleep. I really like this look, so I'm going to give Vander Von Odd a toot. Alright, so next up was Frankie Doom. Now, I don't know, I run into this issue a lot with Dragula because there's a lot of people whose looks read a lot more messy. It's really hard to find a balance of like, you know, are they doing messy? Are they doing fashionable? For me, I feel like if you are doing messy, like there's ways to do messy and still look really polished and put together. And I get, and it's like, it's really hard whenever I'm doing this series because that's that queen style of drag. If that's that queen style of drag, if that's the way they do things, like I don't want to be telling them that it's wrong. And that's obviously not what I'm trying to say. But for my personal taste, when I'm looking at this, it's messy. I don't want to say cheap, but it looks like anybody could do this. I love the incorporations of the bones. That's something that I always really, really like. I love bones, and I want to start incorporating more, you know, bones and animals and bugs and creepy crawly things into my drag. I like that. It's kind of like, oh, I've been like, I'm a witch that's been hiding in the forest for so long, and I just have all these, I'm decorated with these bones. But when you get to the actual outfit, it's really lacking. The outfit starts out as essentially a sheet, and she rips it off to reveal tape and scraps of fabric. For me, it's like, why is your witch a stripper? It just kind of loses the theme. I would have loved if she would have carried the dead animal theme throughout and maybe was more of a savage witch that literally she's covered in fur and she hunts, and that would maybe be pretty cool. But I'm just like, okay, you have black tape over your tits and some fabric draped around your body and it's kind of messy. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna give it a boot because I'm not immediately resonating with this look. So yeah. Okay, so next up was Loris, and I must say, I am like truly obsessed with her. This being her first runway look on this entire season, it really set the bar for me, and it made me kind of like realize like what her drag is about. What I really, really love and respond to with Loris's drag is it's always very edited. It's always very clean. There's never like, I mean, some, you know, I'm not gonna say never, but she didn't overdo it with anything. Everything is perfect. It's a very clear look. It's kind of like a creepy satanic scarecrow witch thing going on. I'm really loving it. And yeah, she went with the obvious witch trope of, you know, the witch hat. However, she did it differently. It's not just a black hat. It matches the kind of like burlappy fabric that is the rest of the outfit. I really like this look. Definitely gonna give it a toot. And it's also really fucking creepy. Like, this is creepy. I could see this in a movie and like be shook. Okay, so wait. I mean, I still think it's a toot, but I don't like what she revealed it into. I mean, I get where she was going with it, but I don't think the reveal was necessary. I thought the original look was good enough. Yeah, I'm not living for what she revealed into, but it's still a toot. But it's just a little too, okay, now there's an exposed corset, a bra, and your braid wig. No. So next up is Ursula Major. She kind of went with what I wanted Frankie Doom's look to be a little bit. And that is kind of this savage covered in furs, caveman savage look. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. This doesn't interpret as witch to me. To me, witch wants to include some sort of fantasy element to it, witchcraft, satanic things going on. That's what I want to see. This look, it's just like, I guess the only way to describe it is you're doing like a savage look. There's nothing else about this that gives me witch at all. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not for me. It's not my style. So I am going to boot her. Okay, so next up was Foxy. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her last name because I'm not watching like the full episode right now and I haven't heard them say it yet. So her look is, once again, witch, but make it stripper, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's just such a cheap way to go with, I mean, any theme. It's like, why would you want to make this witch a stripper? I don't know. Maybe it's just my personal style, because I'm like, oh, how would I interpret it? And I would never think, I'm gonna put a bra and glue some skulls on it and call it witch. You know, this gives me an image of like, you know, all these witches gathering and they've got all these human skulls and they're dancing around a fire and, you know, they have their outfits adorned with, you know, human remains. But it's like, oh my gosh, like this, it's just pretty disappointing to me, and the makeup job is not that good. It's really, really messy. There's not enough like endearing factors of this look to make it a toot for me. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna boot it. Alright, so next up was Meatball, and I want to say I much appreciate this concept a lot more than some of the others. She went with the storyline, you know, she has the candy, and she has like bright colors, which is really awesome, and it's different because everybody immediately is going to go for black. She has this black cape, and I like the collar that goes up. I like the collar that goes up. It definitely gives me a witchy vibe just with that coat. Obviously, it's not the most polished thing, and I think watching this season, I'm gonna get more used to it. I'm just used to the second season. I'm used to Drag Race. I'm used to people coming on these shows and having super polished looks. And Max, I gotta remember, like, this was the first season. This was episode 1. We can't expect amazingly polished looks. Max, I gotta remember that. But I'm gonna toot this because I like the concept and I like that she did something different. Alright, so next up was Pinche, and you know, despite the fact that it's glitter blackface, it's just not a good look. Once again, it's witch but make it stripper. You're wearing a fucking bodysuit and you covered your face in black glitter. It's so, I mean, it's so bad. Like, it's so bad. A lot of times I look at these looks and I immediately think, can I do better? This, I'm like, girl, any drag queen in the entire country, in the entire world could do this look. It's easy, it's simple, it's not distinctive of your style, I assume. I mean, like, I don't know what your style is from this, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not, it's not cool. So I'm gonna boot that for sure. Pinche, bye. Alright, so next up was Xochi Mochi, and I really, really like this. Honestly, I think it's the first one I look at it and I go, that's a witch. And yeah, it's probably because it's a black dress with a black witch hat. But I don't care because the way she presented it was really, really cool. Her makeup is so different. It's good, it's creative, it's creepy. It's not a super simple dress. Like, it's still a cool dress. It's not just a black dress. It is cool. It gives me sort of like 18th century, 19th century sort of vibes. I can see this person being a witch during the Salem witch trials, and she was living in like the deep, deep, deep woods, and she just got really rough and covered in blood and all this stuff. I really, really like Xochitl's look, so I'm definitely gonna give it a 2. Alrighty, and next up was Melissa Be Fierce. And this is a really, really good look. And Melissa Be Fierce was, I remember when I was watching it, she was one of like the few people that I had known about before the season. I think the only other person I knew about was Loris, and Melissa was like, when she was on it, I was like, why is she on it? Like, I don't know her as a, you know, a Dragula, spooky, creepy queen. And I think that was a storyline that ended up progressing through. If you have that sort of reputation where people are like, why are you here? You really gotta bring it and prove to them why you're here. I don't get witch from this. I think it's a really cool look. I don't get witch. I think really cool Harlequin, but that's not a witch. So yeah, I mean, listen, I think this would look really cool with my look. You know, we've got the black and the red. I think that would match my look really cute, so like, I'll borrow it. However, for me, it's not my favorite look in the world. It's very polished, but it does not fit the theme, like, to me at all. I think out of everybody, this is the one, well, Melissa, this is like the look that I'm like, okay, it's really nice, but it's not the theme. So like, you deserve safe because you presented something really nice, but you didn't do the challenge, girl. So I'm gonna boot it for that reason. Alrighty, so my top toot of the week is, I mean, let's be real. Is it a real shocker at all? It's Vander Von Odd, of course. I mean, come on. I feel like she's gonna be one of those people, you know, when I was thinking, should I film season 10 Tutor Boot? And I just kept thinking like, every single week Aquaria is gonna be my top toot of the week. And I just feel like that's how it's gonna be with Vander, because I mean, she's just fucking great. Her look was polished. It was a clear whole concept and a vision, and she did really good. So definitely Vander Von Odd. Alrighty guys, so that is it for my tutor boot of episode 1 of season 1 of Dragula. If you want to see more of these videos, don't forget to comment down below. Tell me if you want to see me do more tutor boots of Dragula, of Drag Race, of other things. Let me know. Just give me ideas. I want to know what y'all want so I can make the content that y'all want to see. Also, don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because you don't want to miss out on all of this amazing, amazing, oh my god, just amazing content, right? Anyways, guys, my name is Maxxy Rainbow, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye. Mwah.